Hello everyone, welcome to Micro Minute. My name's Marty Jobson and today I've broken out both of my microscopes because I'm going to be looking at a sample of coscinodiscus, which is what's in this little sort of vial here. So I'm going to jump straight in with this microscope here. So I'm going to do that and then I'm going to do that. I'm still popped up in the corner and then I'm going to turn up the lighting a little bit because that's a bit dark. Because what coscinodiscus is it's a type of plankton that's found in the sea and various other places, but mostly in the sea. They are tiny, teeny little things, and they look like little sweeties. Can you see that? Aren't they sweet? They're really rather lovely. And this is, I'm going to zoom in on them, and they look like spheres, but they're not actually spheres. They're tiny little flat discs. These are actually diatoms. So they are photosynthesizing little creatures that float around in the sea and create blooms when they get very, very excited, so to speak. Let's have a look. This one here, this is a nice green one, showing you that it's still relatively healthy. A bit more light and focus, focus, focus. There you go. Now, if I look around, I should be able to, look here, in fact, right here, good. Here's a coscinodiscus. It's quite good. You've got one top down and one seen from the side. So you can see that they're not actually spherical. They are cylindrical in shape. They're quite bizarre little creatures. And in fact, this one here, okay, is not one, but two. Because what happens with the coscinodiscus is, and I'm just going to jump back out to show you what I mean here. So imagine this is what a coscinodiscus looks like in its native form. It's sort of a flat pill-shaped thing, okay? And it's made up of two halves. And these are the little Petri dishes I use when I put things under the microscope. But basically, it's made up of two halves like that, each one sort of looking like a little dish. And then inside there is all the gubbins that make up the cell. And then what happens is as it grows, as it expands like this, and the two dishes don't change, but they just get further apart. And when it gets a certain distance apart like that, okay, then what happens is a new wall is created in the middle, and then each new half cell becomes a daughter cell, and then a new wall is created, and you end up with back where you started, so to speak. So you end up with a new coscinodiscus. Binary fission this is, and the whole thing, it repeats and you just end up with multiple ones. So if we go back to my slide here, or rather my specimen here, what you've got here is you can see two coscinodiscus, one at the top, one at the bottom, and the one at the top you can see is distinctly made up of two bits. There's these two bits of the wall, okay? And it's green because it's full of chloroplasts. This thing photosynthesizes, and just like plants, it uses chlorophyll, which is green, to do that. They're rather lovely like that. Now, the reason though I've got my other microscope here is because I wanted to show you a close-up view of what one of these little chaps looks like, because they're rather beautiful if you get in really close. So I'm going to switch straight to this microscope. Let me just make sure we've got the right thing, because I've got this all set up already. And here we go, straight into the next microscope like that. And there it is. There is just one coscinodiscus seen from the top down. And you can see it's all sort of blobby. And if I focus gently on it, let's have a little look, see. You should be able to, oops, there we go, focus, focus, focus. You can see, where am I? There, that's looking pretty good. You can see it's got all these little dotties in it. In fact, I'm going to go up to a higher magnification so that you can really see all the little dots inside it. And each one of these little dots is an individual chlorophyll-containing chloroplast. And there's a simple way with this microscope at least to sort of prove to yourself that these are where the green is, where the chlorophyll is, because I can turn on the ultraviolet light as an illumination source and adjust a few settings, and what will happen is any chlorophyll will glow a sort of a pinky green colour. So what I need to do first is change that filter there, and then I just switch that switch there, and boom, there is the chlorophyll glowing in each of the cells. So this is the sort of the green chlorophyll, and if I zoom out, glowing inside the individual coscinodiscus, and I can go to that one, and you can see, isn't it beautiful? That's very lovely, that is. Now, I'm going to turn the UV off, and we'll go back to the normal illumination, because I wanted to show you one more thing on the coscinodiscus, because the thing about the surface, the shells that I was talking about, remember these things, the little discs that it's made up of, are fantastically detailed. They have a beautiful structure. And I know because I saw one earlier. Let's have a look, where are we going? We want to go across a little bit and then down a bit. Oh, look, there's one on its side. It's a bit smashed up, but you can definitely see that there's the central, it's just dividing into two. So you've got one there and two there, two little coscinodiscuses. Now this thing here, which looks like a very sort of unexciting little, you must think it was like a soap bubble or something like this. This is one of these shells, but just one of them. Okay, it's broken free from one that's sort of somehow died. And I'm going to zoom in on this and change the illumination to what's known as phase contrast. And then if I focus on this, if I get to the surface, there is the surface of a coscinodiscus. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And each one of those tiny little holes is a little pit, literally a little hole in the surface of the shell, so that things can be sort of drawn into it that way. But look at that, look at the detail on it, isn't it? An amazing structure. I mean, there's a bunch of rubbish stuck to it. There's a few sort of stray chloroplasts here that have sort of stuck to it, but all this structure around here, fantastically detailed. What a beautiful little creature. Now, I've actually looked at one of these underneath a scanning electron microscope and gone in much, much, much closer. I'll put a link to that up at the top of the screen and also in the show notes below, so you can follow that and take a look at that. But that's all I wanted to show you. I'm going to zoom back out of this and then I'm going to see if I can find my original, the whole one, so to speak, which was somewhere up here. Where was it? There it is. That's the one there. And switch back to the phase one and then adjust, and turn up the brightness a little bit and end on this lovely image of a single coscinodiscus. Now, as always, I need to thank Zeiss, who provide me with the microscopes so that I can do this. But also, I need to thank the Marine Biological Association, who gave me this specimen. They sent it up to me so that I could have a look at some stuff. So thanks to them. With that, I'm going to say thanks very much for watching. Take a look at all my other microscopical investigations at my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter. I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye-bye now.